Hello everyone, my name is Cherry Amogus and this is my WPF Basic Calculator project. I will first show you how it works, then I will explain the code in detail. Uh, Here is my calculator window. It has numbers from 0 to 9 and it has clear, delete, decimal, point, the add, subtract, multiply, divide, and the equals button. So when I click the numbers, the display buttons updates to show the input. And here is the decimal numbers. And only one dot can be added so the input stays valid. And when I click delete, this removes the last character I typed. And when I click resets, this clears everything back to 0. So I'll show you the basic operations and calculate. Let's try this. 12 plus 3, 15. And let's try the subtract to 5 equals 10. That's correct. Then 3 plus 0.36. Then I can clear that. Let's try the divide. Let's say 3, 2.6. And let's try the multiply. 5 times 3 equals 15. So all buttons are clickable. The display shows the inputs. The correct answer is calculated, and the clear, delete, and special cases like divide by 0 are all working. Now let's move to the code explanation. This one here, this line defines the window, connects this XAML design to the C# code behind class. And this line, this is the namespace that allow me to use WPF controls like grid, text backs, and button. And this adds the some ML features such as name, which I use to connect UI elements to my code. And the title WPF, here I set the Windows title, the size, starting position in the center, and I also stop resizing. And the grid margin 10. Inside the window, I use a grid as the layout container. The margin gives space inside the window. So this one here, it means I divide the grid into 2 rows, the top row for the display and the bottom row for the keypad. And this one here, it means this is my display screen, and this one means that it lets me access it from C#. It is in the top row. And let's see here, and then this is the font size is large and the text is bold. And this one, it means the user cannot type directly, input must come from the buttons. And initial text is set to 0. And this one here, for the keypad, I use uniform grid. It automatically arranges buttons into 5 rows and 4 columns. And each button has content, which is the label 7 or plus, and then click, which points to an event handler in the C#. So digit use is digit click, and operator use operator click, and clear uses clear click, and equals uses equals click. That is the XAML side. It builds the layout and connects buttons to methods in C#. Now I will show you the code behind the XAML CS. So the namespace calculator must match the one used in XAML. And this one, this class represents the window. It is partial, meaning it combines with the XAML. And this one here, this variable stores the calculator states. The current input is the number I am typing. The accumulator stores the left side number, and the pending OP, that to null, is the operator like the plus, minus, multiply, and the divide. And this one means it tells if an answer is currently on screen. And the public main window, that means that the constructor builds the window and wires up the XAML to the code. So the XAML handles the layout, and the code behind handles the logic using event handlers. Together they make a working calculator that meets all the requirements. And that is my WPF calculator program. I have shown all requirements. All buttons are clickable. The display reflects inputs correctly. The calculator performs add, subtract, multiply, divide, and equals. Clear and delete work properly. Division by 0 is handled with a message. And typing after an answer clears the screen for new input. I also explained how the XAML sets up the layout and how the C# code behind handles each event. This project helps me practice the basics of WPF, creating a layout with a grid, using a text box for display, and writing simple event handles for buttons. Thank you.